Hi, I'm Chef MacKay, and today we're going to be making one of my childhood favorites, stroganoff. So we're going to be doing a chicken stroganoff using Campbell's concentrated chicken broth. So we're going to get right into it. We got ourselves a nice hot pan. We're going to add our oil, making sure our pan and our oil is nice and hot. You can kind of see the oil has a little bit of a shimmer to it. So we're just going to take our chicken. We're going to try not to crowd it too much. And the reason why we want a nice hot pan is so we can get a little bit of brown on that chicken, which is going to help with flavor, but it's also going to expedite the cooking time as well. I'm also not going to be messing around with the chicken much. I'm basically going to cook it on this side for about 2 minutes, then I'm going to flip it, cook it 2 minutes on the other side. Okay, so now we have a nice golden brown on most of our chicken thighs here. I'm just going to carefully take the chicken out, and I'm going to put it into a container on the side here. Now the chicken's out, I'm going to put the pan back on. As you can see, I've left the oil in the pan. I'm going to allow that to heat back up, possibly add a little bit more, and then we're going to get our mushrooms in there. Try to kind of spread them around your pan. Going to let these cook for probably a minute or two. Again, same as the chicken, try not to move them around too much. Let them get a little bit of golden brown one side, then we'll do a flip and continue to cook them, and we'll start adding our onions and our garlic. Okay, we've got our mushrooms. They've been cooking for about 3 minutes now, a light golden brown on both sides. And now we're just gonna add our onions. And we're gonna sweat these down for about a minute or two. Now we're gonna add our garlic. And we're just gonna saute this for about 15-20 seconds just to kind of get it cooked a little bit. And then we're gonna add our white wine. The white wine is going to give it a really nice acidity into the actual stroganoff. It's really imperative to kind of get that classic stroganoff flavor. So we're going to let that reduce down by half. Okay, now that our wine is reduced down by half, we are going to add our salt, our Campbell's mushroom soup. We have our Campbell's concentrated chicken broth. If you want to add a bit more, if you like that chicken flavor a little bit more, then you can add more, or you can add a little bit less. That's a nice thing about the concentrated broth. There we go. Now we have our mustard. And now we have our chicken and our water. So we're going to get that stirred up, and we're going to let this simmer for about 15-20 minutes. Okay, now the stroganoff has been cooking for about 20 minutes. You can see it's reduced down. It's got a beautiful kind of texture. It smells awesome. Now I'm just gonna add some fresh herbs. So we have some parsley, and then my favorite, some dill, which isn't too typical when it comes to stroganoff. So we're gonna mix that in there, let that cook out for another minute or so. Okay, so we have our Co-op Gold Pure egg noodles cooked off here, and we have our lovely Campbell's chicken stroganoff all finished off here. So I'm just gonna take that, just gonna nappe that right over top of our noodles. As you can kind of see, it's a little bit saucy. There we go, we have our chicken stroganoff featuring Campbell's concentrated chicken broth and Campbell's soup. Can't wait to dig in. If you want this recipe and many more, go to food.crs.